In a fleeting moment of carefree joy, a California man found himself caught in the exhilarating dance of ocean spray at Maui's Nakalele Blowhole. Little did he know that within seconds, this whimsical frolic would turn into a tragic tale as the relentless power of nature claimed him as its victim. This is Fatal Tragedies with the story of David Potts. In July of 2011, David Potts and his fiancée, Tika Hick, were thrilled to reach a secret spot in Hawaii, a destination they had eagerly anticipated for some time. This trip held more significance than a typical vacation. It served as a much-needed escape from the challenges they were facing back in their hometown. The couple was grappling with difficult news, and the Hawaiian getaway was seen as a chance to rejuvenate and gather the strength required to move forward. Little did they know that life had some unexpected plans awaiting them in the picturesque but dangerous landscapes of Hawaii, particularly in Maui County. During their stay, a devastating event unfolded, leaving Tika Hick with an unimaginable task. David and Tika, a charming couple from San Elsmo, California, embarked on this unforgettable journey with a special reason. Despite the financial struggles they faced after the birth of their daughter, they were determined to turn things around. However, life took a heartbreaking turn, and their story in Maui became anything but ordinary. The devastating news. Tika, feeling unwell, visited the doctor to uncover the cause of her weakness. Unexpectedly, she received a devastating diagnosis: cancer. Surgery and other treatments loomed ahead in her battle against the disease. The news shook her and her close family, leaving her extended family left in disbelief. In an effort to lift her and David's spirits before her life-changing surgery, the extended family, taken aback by this unexpected turn of events, decided to do something special. For Tika, a preschool teacher, and David, a general contractor, this trip served as a source of solace and joy before Tika's double mastectomy. Having been together for 15 years, the couple faced daunting challenges, but David, a devoted partner and father, always prioritized Tika and their daughter. Recognizing the profound significance of the journey, the family rallied behind them both. David, known for his adventurous spirit, embraced the anticipation of the trip. As a risk-taker and thrill-seeker, he looked forward to exploring Hawaii with Tika. The couple delved into planning, immersing themselves in travel guides and the internet to decide on the perfect spots to visit. They eagerly anticipated forging lasting memories in Hawaii. Amidst the multitude of places they could explore, one destination stood out: the Nakalele Blowhole. It became the focal point of their excitement, representing a shared experience they hope to cherish forever. Speaking of Nakalele Blowhole, here's what it looks like. Nakalele Blowhole. This location is undoubtedly a captivating attraction, but venturing beyond it to Nakalele Point unveils a one-of-a-kind, ocean-carved garden of rock formations. The name Nakalele, meaning leaning, reflects the area's characteristic strong winds. However, caution is paramount, especially around the lava bench near the blowhole. This natural wonder unleashes forceful explosions of seawater every few minutes, creating a dynamic display. A blowhole typically forms as a hole in the ground connecting to a partially submerged ocean cave. When the ocean surges, waves crash into the opening, resulting in a powerful jet of water and air. Nakalele Blowhole, located in a 3-foot diameter hole in a lava cliff, showcases these dramatic and regular eruptions thanks to the powerful waves along Maui's northern shore. For those eager to witness this phenomenon, there are two options: observing the water geysers from the parking lot above, or embarking on an intermediate skill level hike for a closer look. The hike, marked by rocky and steep terrain, promises an adventurous journey. The immediate vicinity of Nakalele Blowhole poses a significant threat and should be avoided. Tragically, several individuals have lost their lives here, and in other spots along the coastline. Despite what might be showcased on social media or various websites, it's crucial to understand that approaching the Blowhole is exceptionally perilous. The danger is unpredictable, and the consequences could be severe, from a violent underwater impact to the risk of drowning. Notably, homemade signs and the voice in your head will be the only hindrance to you peering into the mouth of the beast or standing too close to the ocean. Please don't do either of those things. Meaning, safety should be the top priority, and visitors are strongly advised to exercise caution and stay at a safe distance from the Blowhole. Now, I know what you're asking. Where is the Nakalele Blowhole? Nakalele Blowhole is located at Nakalele Point on the northern tip of West Maui. The dangers. The Blowhole, while a fascinating natural wonder, poses significant dangers due to the forceful vacuum-like suction created when waves retreat. This suction, if one is unlucky enough to fall victim to the Blowhole, can pull them into the sea with extreme force. The hazards in the area are numerous, including sharp rocks inside the Blowhole, making rescue attempts perilous. Local rescuers and safety experts caution that if someone is dragged back into the Blowhole, there's little that can be done without risking another life. The use of ropes may be attempted, but the conditions inside, coupled with jagged, sharp rocks, make rescue operations extremely challenging. Exploring around Hawaii, particularly near blowholes, requires caution. Staying on dry rocks is emphasized as the safest way to avoid the unpredictable dangers of these natural formations. In 2011, there were minimal warning signs, mostly handmade by locals, cautioning visitors not to get too close. Unfortunately, some tourists may not take these signs seriously. Despite chilling incidents, visitors continue to flock to the Blowhole, and Maui County officials are still determining whether the site is on private land. The lack of official warnings or signs raises concerns about responsibility and liability. Property owners have no obligation to post signs, creating a situation where visitors may unknowingly trespass and the area becomes a free-for-all. While the state issued statements urging caution, it clarified that neither the county nor the Maui Visitors Bureau promotes the area as a tourist attraction. The state of Hawaii seemingly looks the other way, and the responsibility question remains unresolved. The Department of Land and Natural Resources investigated ownership, and the Hawaii Tourism Authority sought permission to install warning signs, with some granted by the property owner. However, concerns about publications promoting the Blowhole as a destination persist. The state's hands-off approach is evident, with the police revealing that this incident is the first known official one of its kind. The need for more regulations, especially with the increasing influx of tourists, remains a pressing concern. Unfortunately for David and Tika, they had no awareness of the unsuspecting dangers of Nakalele Point and its Blowhole. Calm before the storm. On the sunny afternoon of July 9, 2011, on the picturesque island of Maui, David and Tika were filled with excitement as they set out to explore and momentarily escape their worries, immersing themselves in the beauty of Hawaii. Their destination was the north side of Maui and Nakalele Point. Arriving at around 11 a.m., the couple, eager for their adventure, retrieved water and snacks from their car before making their way down the path toward the coast. The day was perfect, complemented by a cool breeze, creating a sense of paradise. David, bubbling with excitement, assisted Tika down the path, anticipating the sight of strong waves crashing into the coast. Upon reaching the end of the path, they discovered that the once secret spot wasn't so secret anymore. Tourists and families were already there, enjoying the main attraction, the Blowhole. The Blowhole created a spectacular geyser-like display, shooting water over 100 feet into the air when waves hit the rocks. The atmosphere was festive, with families capturing the moment, standing in front of the Blowhole for pictures. David, reveling in the excitement, danced around inches from the opening, playing in the sprays of water with a carefree demeanor and joyous laughter. But suddenly, Everything went wrong at the happy event. The tragic end. A really big wave came up quietly behind David. The air thickened with tension as the huge wave crashed down, grabbing him violently like an unseen assassin. Helplessly caught off guard, David's world twisted into chaos as he was forcefully propelled into the unforgiving jaws of the Blowhole. The once cheerful atmosphere shattered, replaced by the harsh reality of a moment that defied comprehension. In an instant, he went from being there 1 second to gone the next. The force of the wave was so overwhelming that it rendered him helpless, leaving him with no chance to escape the relentless grip of the ocean. Sadly, the tragic incident unfolded in silence as the crushing waves against the rocks drowned out any potential screams. Rocco Piccinelli, another tourist on site, witnessed the horrifying scene. Just moments before the tragedy, he'd been taking pictures of his daughter and her friends posing in front of the Blowhole. Unaware of the impending catastrophe, one of those photos captured David standing right next to the Blowhole. As the reality of the situation sunk in, Rocco and others at the site were gripped by shock and disbelief. In Rocco's words, "We all stared for 30 seconds, and then I realized he's gone. He's down there. I felt like I was going to throw up." The site, once filled with joyous moments, transformed into a scene of frantic search and rescue efforts. Some tourists rushed to the nearby cliff, scanning the water in a desperate attempt to locate David. Hopeful thoughts of him being pulled out to sea and the possibility of throwing a life vest at him faded as they realized that he was not visible in the water. The powerful waves crashing against sharp rocks presented a formidable obstacle for any rescue attempt. Even if David had been pulled out from the Blowhole on the other side, the risk of getting smashed back into the rocks loomed large, making the situation perilous and challenging for any potential rescue. The devastating reality of the unfolding tragedy had left those on site grappling with the harsh and unforgiving forces of nature. Amid the chaos, bystanders had to physically restrain Tika's brother from jumping into the water in a desperate attempt to find David. The raw eruptions and helplessness were palpable as everyone realized the odds of finding David were rapidly diminishing. Erica Mayer, another witness, recalled thinking it was foolish for David to be standing so close to the Blowhole. She described the chaotic and traumatic scene that ensued after David was swept away, stating, "It was just horrific. That's the only way to describe the scene." Around the same time that David and Tika were at the Blowhole, Pinos Carmazio, a father visiting with his family, had a similar brush with death. A massive freak wave exploded over his family, smashing them into jagged rocks. Pinos had cuts and scrapes all over his body, with a huge scar on his forearm as a permanent reminder of the terrifying experience. Reflecting on the incident, he said, "I feel very lucky to be alive." A glimmer of hope. As onlookers stood motionless, fixated on the spot where the Blowhole had ruthlessly pulled David in, a glimmer of hope emerged. David somehow popped back out of the Blowhole, gasping for air. Eyes wide with fear and desperation, he became the focal point of the crowd's attention. People couldn't believe what they were seeing, collectively holding their breath as they rooted for David to climb his way back out and save his own life. However, this moment of relief was fleeting. Another monstrous wave loomed on the horizon, and time seemed to slow down as it approached. Helpless onlookers watched as the wave crashed down upon David, dragging him back into the depths from which he had momentarily escaped. The ocean had reclaimed its victim, leaving behind a deafening silence. In the aftermath, everyone stood around, their minds struggling to comprehend the tragic turn of events. Every second felt like an eternity as they waited for rescue to show up. As the sun began to set and waves continued to batter the shoreline, hope began to fade. For those who had gathered to search for David, a somber sense of despair had taken over, replacing the once joyful atmosphere of adventure and excitement. David went missing on the northern side of Maui, where the treacherous waters and poor visibility made the search operation challenging for the rescue teams. The Maui Police Department expressed the difficulties they faced in locating David in the hazardous conditions. Despite extensive aerial and sea search efforts, the search for 44-year-old David Potts of San Anselmo, California, turned up nothing. Witnesses reported that a large wave had knocked him into the Blowhole on that fateful Saturday. Tika, overcome with emotion, visited the site to pay her respect to the man that she'd been together with for 15 years. Putting flowers in the water, she asked Hawaii to take care of him and to take care of her and their son. Despite her recent cancer diagnosis, Tika demonstrated immense strength and resilience. Refusing to let the illness control her life, she expressed determination to undergo the surgery and be cancer-free for the sake of her baby and herself. Well, have you ever asked yourself, what hidden dangers could be waiting in the peaceful spots of your go-to travel locations? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more gripping stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.